Hey. How are you? I'm gonna put this down. Your mom let me in. And I actually made us some hot chocolate. If you want some. Yeah. It's not very good, but I tried. That's all that matters, right? Yeah. Okay. Where did you go today? Yeah, after school. Yeah, I could tell you're having a bad day. You didn't really respond to my text messages, and you know we had that football game we were gonna go to this evening, but I kind of noticed that you sent that text where you were saying that you're just gonna stay in. Yeah. No, don't feel bad. I'd rather be here with you than go to that stupid football game anyways. I'm your best friend, right? Do you want to talk about why you're not feeling so good? Not feeling so great about yourself and stuff? No, I know. Emotions can be really weird. I just thought I'd come by and like give you some company, and if you want to talk about stuff, feel free, but I'm gonna just help you kind of like relax a bit. I heard from Jamie that Krista broke up with you, yeah. And not only that, you had bird poop on you. Oh my gosh. Where? Can I see? Oh my gosh. Ew. Here. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that in my mouth. That's disgusting. That's terrible. I know your mom isn't really into treats, but I brought something for you. So I was thinking something fun we could do, because I know how you love to read and stuff, is we can chat and eat some snacks. I'm gonna show you what I got you, but then I was thinking we could read my favorite book. You like this. Remember like a year ago we used to have sleepovers and we would just like read each other out loud books? So this is my favorite book. Yeah, and you aren't reading right now. So I thought I'd read it to you, but I'll do that later, okay? If you want. But what I really got you was this. I know it's upside down. I got you your favorite food. Do you want one? Yeah, okay. Give that a whiff. Don't they smell so good? They smell like just chocolate and like are fake. Okay. Okay, ready? Here you go. Ready? And cheers. Awesome. Makes you feel better a little bit, right? I know what my best friend needs. You need some chocolate in your life. Yeah, try dunking it in your hot chocolate. I'll do that too. Let's see. It's not so good. Actually, I'm gonna put this back. I don't know the last time I've been in your room. It feels like you updated it a bit. Like your stuffed animals and stuff. Okay, real talk. What's going on with you? So how did this breakup happen and stuff? And just weren't feeling great. Yeah, it's okay. We don't have to talk about it. I just want you to know that you're doing really well. And you do have a lot of friends. No, you do. Oh my god, everyone always talks about how amazing you are. They really do. Remember Chad? Yeah, even Chad thinks you're great. He was wondering where you were tonight. I always am wondering where you were, but Chad was asking where you were tonight. People care. People really care about you. I don't know why you would think not. Yeah. I know, sometimes life can be really hard, very rough. It sounds like you're being very hard on yourself. That's what you got me here for. I'm just joking. I'm sorry. Wow, and you think your parents are gonna get divorced? It's a lot of stuff. Okay. Wow, I mean, they do fight all the time, so. No, seriously though, I'm sorry. About me, I mean, my day was good. To be honest, I saw how upset you were, and I don't like seeing my best friend upset, so that's why I brought you your favorite treats. Do you want another one? We can do the thing that you used to love to do. Where you split him. Yeah, I like the icing. You like the chocolate. Here. Have you talked to anyone about how you feel, or are you just kind of like bottling it all up, do you think? I know it feels embarrassing, but you're literally not the only one that this has happened to, and I promise you, whoever you think cares is really only thinking about themselves. Yeah, I know I told you that a few days ago too. But seriously, anyone that you're afraid is judging you, or anyone that you feel like this is going to be hard on you, or, you know, going to look at you different, it's just really a reflection of themselves, you know? Yeah. You're doing amazing. But I know it's really hard when you have to, like, let someone go. And there's all these emotions, so feel the emotions. I'm not here to change how you feel. I'm just here to kind of give you some support, because I want you to do the same for me. Yeah. Do you want to talk about anything else, or I might read to you? Yeah, you seem a little quiet tonight. Yeah. Yeah, your mom said I could stay over as long as I want, so, I think they could sense something was upset with you. That's why she let me make hot chocolate. I feel like I've never had hot chocolate at your house before. Yeah. Yeah, get cozy. And I'm gonna read you my book, the chapter, okay? So, I'm just gonna like get situated a little bit more. I didn't have to read this for class. I actually saw it was like Oprah's favorite book like a year ago. Okay, I know the cover looks a little funny. I get that. I get it. But I kind of like the back for you. I thought was really good because it says to realize one's, what does it say? To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. I think this could be very helpful for you. Not that you need a self-help book, but you know. Yeah. So, let's go. So The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And yeah, feel free to eat like all the Oreos. Here you go. The Alchemist. So, do you want to read the foreword or not? Okay, I'm going to skip it. The Alchemist. Prologue. The Alchemist picked up a book that someone in the caravan had bought. Leafing through the pages, he found a story about Narcissus. The alchemist knew the legend of Narcissus, a youth who knelt daily beside a lake to contemplate his own beauty. He was so fascinated by himself that one morning he fell into the lake and drowned. At the spot where he fell, a flower was born, which was called the Narcissus. But this was not how the author of the book ended the story. He said that when Narcissus died, the goddess of the forest appeared and found the lake, which had been in fresh water, transformed into a lake of salty tears. "Why do you weep?" the goddesses asked. "I weep for Narcissus," the lake replied. "Ah, it is no surprise that you weep for Narcissus," they said, "for though we always pursued him in the forest, you alone could contemplate his beauty close at hand." "But was Narcissus beautiful?" the lake asked. "Who better than you to know that?" the goddess said in wonder. "After all, it was by your banks that he knelt each day to contemplate himself." The lake was silent for some time. Finally it said, "I weep for Narcissus, but I never noticed that Narcissus was beautiful. I weep because each time he knelt beside my banks, I could see in the depths of his eyes my own beauty reflected." What a lovely story, the alchemist thought. Yeah, I really like this book because it has like some pictures. Okay, part one. The boy's name was Santiago. Dusk was falling as the boy arrived with his herd at an abandoned church. The roof had fallen in long ago, and an enormous sycamore had grown on the spot where the sacristy had once stood. He decided to spend the night there. He saw to it that all the sheep entered through the ruined gate, and then laid some planks across it to prevent the flock from wandering away during the night. There were no wolves in the region, but once an animal had strayed during the night, and the boy had had to spend the entire next day searching for it. He swept the floor with his jacket and lay down, using the book he had just finished reading as a pillow. He told himself that he would have to start reading thicker books. They lasted longer and made more comfortable pillows. It was still dark when he awoke, and looking up, he could see the stars through the half-destroyed roof. Could you imagine? I love stars. You know how I love stars. I wanted to sleep a little longer, he thought. He had the same dream that night as a week ago, and once again he had to awaken before it ended. He arose, and, taking up his crook, began to awaken the sheep that still slept. He had noticed that as soon as he awoke, most of his animals also began to stir. It was as if some mysterious energy bound his life to that of the sheep with whom he had spent the past 2 years leading water. "They are so used to me that they know my schedule," he muttered. Thinking about that for a moment, he realized that it could be the other way around. That it was he who had become accustomed to their schedule. But there were certain of them who took a bit longer to awaken. The boy prodded them, one by one, with his crook, calling each by name. He had always believed that the sheep were able to understand what he said, so there were times when he read them parts of his books that had made an impression on him, or when he would tell them of the loneliness or the happiness of a shepherd in the fields. Sometimes he would comment to them on the things he had seen in the villages they passed. But for the past few days, he had spoken to them about only one thing: the girl, the daughter of a merchant who lived in the village they would reach in about 4 days. He had been to the village only once, the year before. The merchant was the proprietor of a dry goods shop, and he always demanded that the sheep be sheared in his presence so that he would not be cheated. A friend had told the boy about the shop, and he had taken his sheep there. "I need to sell some wool," the boy told the merchant. The shop was busy, and the man asked the shepherd to wait until the afternoon. So the boy sat on the steps of the shop and took a book from his bag. "I didn't know shepherds knew how to read," said a girl's voice behind him. The girl was typical of the region of Andalusia, with flowing black hair and eyes that vaguely recall the Moorish conquerors. "Well, usually I learn more from my sheep than from books," he answered. During the 2 hours that they talked, she told him she was the merchant's daughter and spoke of a life in the village where each day was like all the others. The shepherd told her of the Andalusian countryside and related the news from the other towns where he had stopped. It was a pleasant change from talking to his sheep. "How did you learn to read?" the girl asked at one point. "Like everyone learns," he said, "in school." "Well, if you know how to read, why are you just a shepherd?" The boy mumbled an answer that allowed him to avoid responding to her question. He was sure the girl would never understand. He went on telling stories about his travels, and her bright Moorish eyes went wide with fear and surprise. As the time passed, the boy found himself wishing that the day would never end. Their father would stay busy and keep him waiting for 3 days. He recognized that he was feeling something he had never experienced before, the desire to live in one place forever. With the girl with the raven hair, his days would never be the same again. But finally, the merchant appeared and asked the boy to shear 4 sheep. He paid for the wool and asked for the shepherd to come back the following year. And now it was only 4 days before he would go back. In that same village, he was excited and at the same time uneasy. Maybe the girl had already forgotten him. Lots of shepherds passed through, selling